The Meanders section of the Payette River is a flat-water kayaker's paradise. The sinuous curves and oxbows slow down the river's flow before emptying into the north end of Payette Lake, across from McCall, Idaho. This slackwater meanders for around 3 miles through the conifers of the Payette National Forest. The area is home to eagles and osprey, deer and elk, river otters, mink and beaver, and many varieties of birds. You might even catch a glimpse of resident moose that come to the water's edge to drink and browse on the river's lush foliage. The lake's motorized watercraft are off limits in the meanders, making this stretch safe, serene, and tranquil for paddlecraft and the abundant wildlife along the banks. Balancing.
Lexi.
I don't think so. No, 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 no. I don't think so. No, 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 no. It's never, ever, 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 ever gonna happen. I don't think so. No, 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 no. I don't think so. No, 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 no. It's never, ever, 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 ever gonna happen. I don't think so. No, 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 no. Maybe someday you'll have it your way. Maybe someday it'll all work out.
Now she has her confidence.
Well, our original plan was to paddle out of the Meanders and cross Payette Lake to visit the town of McCall. But as we got to the mouth of the river, the wind had picked up enough for a small craft advisory to be issued. McCall will have to wait for another day. Fast forward to our second trip in 2024, and we're paddling upstream this time to see how far we can make it before the river becomes unnavigable due to the shallows. This is divine wind. It's a kamikaze mantra. Probably wouldn't be too well received by guys from World War II. But there's not many of them left at all. But the history is that it was the second time it was used because it originated in the 13th century. And the Mongol invaders, the Chinese invaders, were invading Japan by sea. And this big wind came up before they got to Japan and sunk all the Chinese ships. So the Japanese called it divine wind that saved Japan from the Mongol invaders. So that's what I like to say it means, the first use of it, not the kamikazes. Wait, man, that's not edible.
The SIM cards out of the newer phones.
Edible.
Do I know how to get them out?
Yeah. Because the older phones, they have a little hole that you can put like a...
Gotta run away. As we make our way further upstream, the river depth decreases significantly. It's less than a foot deep in some places. The current runs faster in the shallows, making forward progress difficult. And I have to make weak little shallow paddle strokes. I can't power my way through the current by digging my paddle in hard like I would in deeper water. I hate abusing my carbon fiber paddle, but you've got to do what you've got to do. With Luna's and my combined payload, my boat's draft is about 6 inches, and I'm starting to round out. If the river gets much shallower, we'll have to turn back. Well, we got through that section, and I can again lower my rudder, although my boat tracks pretty well without it. The 14.5-foot Wilderness Systems Tsunami features a hull with multi-chines, the flat planes on the sides of the hull's bottom. These help it track in a straight line, and they add a great deal of overall stability. The river divides ahead, and that portends shallow and faster water. We're having to tow the boats over shallows more often now. Like many rivers, the Payette's depth and flow vary with the seasons. What's navigable in the spring may not be here in August. The North Fork of the Payette has everything from Class 5 whitewater to the calm of the Meanders. We'll keep going for now. Paddling against the current without getting a deep paddle dig into the water is challenging, or should I say, frustrating. You try to stay on your boat as long as possible, but climbing out and towing is inevitable. We're losing ground now, or should I say, losing water.
Oh shit, sorry.
Deanne has 60 pounds of dog in her bow, making her keel even lower.
Well, I'm stopped so I can get out.
Too shallow to paddle, and continually climbing in and out of my sit-in kayak is starting to be unfun. Towing boats over shallows or actually portaging around them is a chore, worthwhile if the goal is deeper water upstream. I'm getting the distinct feeling that we'll encounter many more sections like this ahead. It's really just a matter of how many you want to endure before turning back. After all, we aren't on a Lewis and Clark expedition. We're on a Sunday paddle with dogs. And besides, if we get back to camp in time, we can drive to McCall for dinner and beer. Let me think hard about this. Mini portages or mini porters?
Cheers. Cheers. To McCall.